Hi, I'm Mikki, real estate agent here in Las Vegas. Today I'm going to be breaking down the home buying process, specifically 7 steps to buying a home. Number 1, determine your readiness. Are you ready to purchase a home? What is your current situation? Maybe you're a long-time renter and you're really tired of paying months to month, throwing money out the window, paying somebody else's mortgage, right? That's a really good reason to buy. Or maybe your family's growing and you need to move to a bigger place and you want to establish a home for your family. Or maybe just the opposite. Maybe you're retired, your kids are grown out of the house and you need to downsize. These are all really great reasons to purchase a home. So think about why you want to buy a home. What is your motivation to buy a home? And what about your financial readiness? What about your current income, living expenses? Do you have any savings put aside for a down payment? If you want a more clear picture of your finances, my suggestion, talk to a lender. They can get that information for you. And that brings me to number 2, get pre-approved. Now, a lender is going to be able to crunch all the numbers and really determine what your financial situation is, what you can afford, the price range you can be looking at homes for, and also can give you an estimate of what your monthly payments would look like. These are all important factors in determining whether or not you should buy a home, right? And also, once you are pre-approved, the lender can produce a pre-approval letter. This is really important. One, with that pre-approval letter, now you know the price range that you can afford. So you're not looking at homes that are maybe they're out of your price range, or maybe you're looking at homes that, oh, wait a second, I can actually afford more than I thought. Well, now I can look at these homes, right? So it's a good feeling to have that in your hands. And another good reason is when you're ready to make an offer on a home, if you include a pre-approval letter with the offer, it's that much more appealing and strong in the seller's eyes. One, it tells the seller that you're a serious buyer and you're also already working with the lender. You already know that you're pre-approved. Number 3, find a real estate agent. This is so important, you guys. Now, I have it here as step number 3, but honestly, a lot of people have it at step number 1, especially if they're first-time home buyers. They don't know what the first few steps are. They need a lot of guidance. They need to know if purchasing a home is even an option. So that's fine, whether it's number 1 or number 3. Definitely find a good real estate agent. I mean, think about it. For most people, this is the biggest purchase you'd make in your entire lives, right? Purchasing a home. So why wouldn't you want to have an expert by your side, negotiating on your behalf and really having your back, right? Making sure you don't get into any trouble, any legal trouble or anything like that. So definitely, whether you're selling or buying, really, it's worth it. Use a real estate agent. And in selecting real estate agent, some questions you might ask is how well they know the market. Are they familiar with the market? Do they have resources for you? I know for myself, I do provide valuable resources for my clients, whether you're a seller or a buyer. I have packets available just to help guide them through the process. Another good question, is it a full-time realtor? I mean, there's a lot of part-time real estate agents out there. And honestly, ask yourself, would that part-time agent have availability for you? If you have questions, if you suddenly want to see, this house this afternoon, can they drop everything and go show that property to you? So I would have that question. Personally, I'm a full-time realtor, so I try to make myself available to my clients, and I have that flexibility. So just something to think about. Number 4, select a property. This is the fun part. You get to go shopping for properties. I would suggest always go with your realtor. In fact, maybe your realtor can set up a property tour for you to see several properties all in one afternoon. This will save you a lot of time. Now, make sure when you go from property to property, take a look around at the streets, the neighborhoods. Is that somewhere you can picture yourself living? And take notes before you leave the property and go to the next one. Make sure to take notes, your likes, dislikes, and maybe even rate it from 1 to 10. This will help you a lot later in trying to compare and narrow down the properties, because after you've seen like 10 properties, it all starts to become a blur, right? And one other thing, if you're going to see brand new homes, new builds, make sure to go with your agent, because if you go without your agent and you sign up and they register you without your agent, that might have just taken away your right to have representation. So if your agent's cut out, your agent can't really negotiate on your behalf, right? And there's a lot an agent can do to get a better deal for you and get packages thrown in, things like that. So always go with your agent. If there's a listing you see online and you want to go see, contact your agent right away. Let them know, okay? And then your agent can arrange for a private showing or to go to the next open house. But good idea, right? Number 5, make an offer. Now you went shopping, you've selected the property you want to make a purchase on, and you're ready to put in that offer. My suggestion, let your agent know right away you're ready. And don't stall and hesitate too long, because if you really like a home, there could be other people that also like that home, right? And are also putting in offers. So I would hate for you to lose that opportunity, because think of it this way. If your foot's not in the door and you're not even in the running, you're not in the game at all, right? Some people might be hesitant because they don't want to get stuck in an offer, but remember, contracts are written, usually they're written to protect the buyer. So there's contingencies in place all throughout the contract, giving the buyer opportunities to get out of the contract if something's wrong or they're feeling something's not right for them, right? But still, if you're not in the running, you're not in the game at all. So if you like a property, make that offer, okay? Now, you may not get your first offer. I hope you do, but it may take multiple offers to finally get your home, because maybe it's a highly competitive neighborhood market where each home is getting multiple offers. So my suggestion, just try not to get discouraged, and think of it, okay, it didn't work out, on to the next, right? And it might mean there's going to be a better home for you out there. So just don't get discouraged, and believe me, your agent is in it with you. Number 6, home inspection. So congratulations. If you're about to do a home inspection, this means your offer was accepted and you are in escrow and you are in the game. So congratulations on getting your offer accepted. Now, back to home inspections, really important. Do not skip this. After all, buying a home, that's a really big purchase. It's a big investment. So you really want to have a professional home inspection done and conducted so you can really get under the hood, so to speak, and learn more about the home, things you can't see with the naked eye. So if you have a good realtor, the realtor would probably have resources. I do. I have preferred home inspectors, and that's referrals I can give to my clients if they don't already know a professional home inspector. Another thing, it's really important to be at the home inspection. Unless you're out of the country or for some reason you cannot be there, try to be there so that way you can walk through. Now the home inspector, once he looks in every space of the home, at the very end he gives a summary, and he will walk you through that summary and explain certain items, any safety issues, things like that. So this is really important. It also gives you an opportunity to ask the inspector some questions, right? Now you do get a home inspection report, but it's very long, it's very detailed. It can also look really scary. However, if you were at the home inspection on site and he highlighted some issues and you were able to ask questions, it might not be as bad as you think in your mind, right? And if you weren't there and just reading the report, it could look a lot worse than it actually is. Now, having said that, if you cannot make the home inspection for any reason, at least have your realtor there, maybe accompanied by a trusted friend or relative too, right? And then perhaps your realtor can videotape the summary walkthrough, something. You know, it's important for you to know more details about the home. And this is also a contingency in your contract, home inspection. During your due diligence period, if there's something that pops up, maybe it's a big safety issue or something wrong that you didn't know about at the time of putting in an offer, this is also an opportunity for you to get out of the deal. So, home inspection, do it. Finally, number 7, close the escrow. So, it's one thing to open escrow, it's a whole nother thing to actually get to the signing table and close the deal. So multiple parties involved and a lot of moving parts. So there's you, the buyer, there's your real estate agent, your lender if you're financing, escrow title officer, and don't forget the selling side too. So all these people have to work together to make this transaction happen. Okay, so you as a buyer, things that you can do, stay in communication and be responsive to your real estate agent, your lender, and title escrow officer as well. There's actually a lot of little deadlines involved throughout the transaction. Hopefully you have a good realtor and your realtor is helping to track everything and ensure a deadline is not missed. Same thing goes with the lender. Hopefully you have a good lender and your lender is making sure those deadlines are not missed as well. Now, when a lender asks you for documents, make sure you get those documents to your lender as soon as possible. There's a reason why your lender needs those documents. And also, there's timelines involved. And if you miss a timeline, you can't make it, it could delay the closing and, you know, other things could happen. So important thing, you know, just keep in contact and be as responsive as possible to the people that are trying to work with you. Okay, and that is it. So hopefully you enjoyed the 7 steps to buying a home. Even though there's more details, I did want to simplify this process for you. If you have any questions or if you are considering buying or selling in the Las Vegas or Henderson area, I know a realtor that you could possibly work with. I'd love to meet with you and you know, ask me how to get your buyer packet from me as well. You can contact me right here. Hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time.